Apple just announced the M5 CPU, and they are putting it currently in the 14-inch MacBook Pro, the iPad Pro, and their VR headset. For now, it's only the base M5 model, and the 16-inch MacBook Pro and the Mac Mini and the other Pro models like Mac Studio and stuff like that isn't out yet. It's only the base chip. So how is the M5 chip for music production? Well, if you are new on this channel, I occasionally test Macs in music production tasks. And since the M5 CPU is an upgraded M4 CPU, I think it's safe to say, and Apple also sort of claims this, that we can see a 10 to 15% increase in performance compared to what I have shown on this channel on the M4 CPU earlier. The CPU that is released today have the same amount of cores as the M4 CPU you can find in the MacBook Air, for example. So you will have 4 performance cores and you will have 6 efficiency cores. And before you zone out, I'm not going to talk much nerd stuff about it, but if you want to know how the cores actually affect music production, you have to watch my other videos on the channel, because it depends on if you're using Logic, if you're using Ableton. Those only use performance cores. I think actually Logic uses some of the neural engines as well. Yeah, Reaper and Cubase also use the efficiency cores. So if you use Reaper and Cubase, and you use the base M5 chip, you actually have a pretty good performing powerhouse for music production. And obviously I haven't tested it on myself, it's just some release information here from Apple, so it's not out yet. So this, what I'm saying now, is sort of what I am suspecting myself in terms of what I have experienced when I've tested stuff like this. And I mean, 10 to 15% might not for you seem that high, but if you know how good the M4 really is, I don't think that is bad numbers. And I will put some links in the description below to videos where I show how the M4 CPU works in music production, or on the video here, so you can check them out yourself. I think when we see that Apple placed the M5 base chip in the 14-inch MacBook Pro, I think this is going to be the sort of base CPU they are going to use for a while moving forward. I think we can expect to see, for example, a Mac Mini with the same chip here, maybe the iMac and some other entry-level Macs, perhaps MacBook Airs as well will get the M5 CPU treatment. I don't know, but I guess so. The Pro CPUs, no idea, but an M5 Mac Studio would be interesting to see. Anyway, if you talk about performance, we can take a look a little bit on the numbers, because the numbers seem pretty good actually. Based from Apple, of course, it's not something I've tested, but the M5, for example, have a new neural accelerator in every GPU core, which gives you 3.5 faster AI performance versus the M4. Also, the GPU is significantly faster actually in the M5. They say 1.6x faster in pro apps and games compared to the M4, and some say also 20% faster multi-threaded in tasks like coding or code compilation. It's not something maybe music producers use, but I know that some people that produce music also are interested in stuff like this. Another interesting thing here is that the memory bandwidth is increased a little bit, so it's 150 gigabytes per second now on the M5, which is also helps in performance. You're also getting faster storage on the M5, faster SSD, up to 2 times faster than the prior generation. And you can also configure the storage now up to 4 terabytes. But I use an external hard drive, so that's not really something I am passionate about. But yeah, that could be good to know if you need the storage and don't want to carry external drives with you. You can now have 4 terabytes. Better battery life, 24 hours, fast charging support, 30 up to 50% in 30 minutes with a 96 watt USB-C adapter, and the performance is consistent when it's on battery as well as when it's plugged in. And I think the difference here also now, you don't actually get an adapter if you buy the 14-inch MacBook Pro. You actually have to buy a USB adapter as well. So I don't think that's good at all. But it is what it is. There are some workloads that are faster on the M5 as well. AI video enhancement, the Topaz thing, 7.7x faster than the M1 and 1.8x faster than the M4. Faster 3D rendering in Blender, actually faster frame rates in games, 1.6x versus the M4, and it also stated somewhere around 50% better ray tracing. Actually, that's pretty cool, I think. Yeah, so all in all, I think this is a pretty cool base CPU, and if you want to buy the 14-inch MacBook Pro for music production using the M5 CPU, I would just go out and buy it. I mean, you can take a look at the videos I have made with the M4 CPU and see if that sort of performance is enough for you. Just look at those videos and maybe add 10% more performance to it, and if that's enough, then yeah, you can just go ahead and buy it. And I can just say, for my sake, in like, I don't know, 19 out of 20 cases, I think that's going to be just fine for me, just using the base model. This is the thing with Apple and their new CPUs, is because they have, when we had Intel, we really had to sort of go to the highest end, most expensive Intel Mac to get the performance we wanted. But now you can actually get the entry-level Mac and yeah, actually use it for something. You couldn't really do that with Intel machines. I have the M4 MacBook Air here. I've tested it in a lot of videos, and I mean, I think I could live with that. I don't really need the M3 Ultra Mac Studio, for example. So yeah, we will see what happens. I would like to test this Mac, but I have sort of put in buy, not buy year for me this the rest of this year. So, but I saw the price, and the pricing wasn't really that bad on the M5 MacBook 14-inch MacBook Pro. And as I said, I'm just fine with the M4 MacBook Air. It's also pretty light, so I take it on my travels, but I think the 14-inch MacBook Pro would be fine as well. Maybe I should just sell the M4 MacBook Air and get the M5 MacBook Pro and test it on this channel. If this video gets more than like 10,000 views, I will consider it. I don't think that's going to happen, but anyways. Another thing about the MacBook Pro, which is something you should think about, is it has a fan. And that means that you can have sustained workloads on the computer. If you compare it to the MacBook Air, you won't be able to have sustained workloads for a long period of time, because the MacBook Air doesn't have a fan. If you are using the MacBook Air CPU in the top there, it's like 80-90%, you will see that the temperature goes up and the performance go down. But if you have the same CPU in a computer with a fan, you can see that the temperatures goes up, but instead of the performance going down, the fan will go up, which will keep the performance much more level. So in that case, the MacBook Pro can be something you want to look at, because if we just forget the M5 CPU now and just look at the M4, when you actually have the same M4 CPU in the base level M4 MacBook Pro, a 14-inch, and the MacBook Air, but if you get it in the MacBook Pro, it will perform better because it has a fan. It's just as easy as that. So yeah, I think it's interesting. I think it will work really well in music production. And yeah, if I buy it, I might just put it through some paces on this channel. Let me know if you want me to test it with maybe a like or a subscribe or something like that. Comment, let me know what you think. Yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.